Ugh, fuck. Hello, cunts. It's me, your edgy ballsack, fagballs. And you know what? Today I'm angry. Real angry. So much so, in fact, that I even wrote down several talking points for this very video. Shit ones, mind you. But still, this is something I need to get off my chest. Because it has gotten really tiring after so long.
What are you talking about, Papa Balls?
Well, I'm talking about my experience after 2.5 years of using Tinder. A sad, frustrating, sometimes even idiotic journey that took my psyche into a void of desperation, horniness, and cum. Lots of cum. So let us get started with why women on Tinder are awful. So as I said, it all started a few years ago. Back then I was like 18 and I had just gone through a pretty bad breakup with a girl I actually really liked. So I found myself depressed and alone, but most importantly, horny. Real fucking horny. And excited. Excited for my newfound freedom. Probably not all of you, and by all of you I mean my 2 viewers, but at least the 2 of you have probably went through the classical phases of a breakup. Yeah, you feel like absolute subhuman garbage, but after a few days you try to look on the bright side. Or at least that's what I did. And what did I see on this bright side of mine? The chance of getting mad pussy. Or at least that's what 18-year-old me thought. Problem was, and still is, that I'm an antisocial bastard. I wasn't awkward around people, or especially women, mind you. I actually got and still get along with them really easily, as I was pretty much trained to do so during my years in high school. An high school that seemingly came straight out of a shitty anti, where I was the only person with a dick in a school predominantly made by females. So you know, while antisocial, if the time came to hold a conversation with a person, especially a girl, I could hold one. So right after my relationship fell apart, while I felt capable, I didn't have the means to actually meet a girl, thanks to my natural tendencies. And by that I mean, I'm a lazy cunt. I'm a lazy bastard. So I decided to download an app that would do the meeting part for me. That app being, that's right, Grindr. No, I don't have the gay, or at least I hope not. The app was Tinder, alright? Fuck, it's in the title, come on. Yes, the infamous, the ever so talked about Tinder. An app that according to its ads and promotional material was only slightly short of being able to teleport a hot teen directly onto your dick. So me, using my overclocked big brain, I decided that I would give this seemingly magical app a try. And I did. Jesus fucking Christ, it was a bad idea. You see, I was naive. I was still holding on my innocence and beliefs. Beliefs of starting a new relationship with a girl that was kind, smart, and hopefully not a ball of fat and sweat. So I took my photos, created a funny bio, which I honestly don't remember, but it was probably something like, I don't know, I like cock and glass. Or at least I think it was that. But anyway, thing is, I made my account. And I was ready to slay the pussy realm. My god, that's a shitty joke. Results were promising at first, since you know, despite not being Brad Pitt, I'm also not a hideous mutant. I won't show my face in this video, mind you, mainly because I like my privacy and also because the thought of somebody busting a nut to my photos is as intriguing as it is disturbing. So, I'm not saying this to brag, mind you, as there are chads out there that are having way more success than me on this app. But I do this to let you know that my opinions are not coming from a dude that looks like an Oblivion NPC. So all I'm about to say doesn't come from a hate that was born, not even hate, frustration, just frustration, that was born from rejection by women due to my appearance. But this frustration is born from other things. For fuck's sake, I keep getting sidetracked. Where was I? God damn it. Oh yeah, I created my profile, and all was going well. I was getting matches left and right, the girls looked quite good, and my erection was hungering for some more. At the end of my first week, I had something like, I don't know, fuck. I had something like 50 matches. Not bad, I thought. Yet even I, well retarded, quickly found a pattern. The pattern was, while I had matched with 50 human females, not even one of those 50, not even one, started a conversation with me. Not even a,
How are you balls?
or,
What is your favorite type of glass?
all of them were quiet. Almost as if they weren't allowed by Tinder itself to send the first message. So there I was, with 50 seemingly dead people to talk to. And oh boy, that is the right fucking word. For you see, I tried starting a conversation with a few dozens of these female zombies, but I might as well have started writing a diary. For Jesus Christ, it felt like one. No matter what I typed, no matter what kind of weird, interesting, or personal question I asked, I never got a response that was more than just 2 or 3 words. Usually they were all in the ballpark of
Yes.
or
No.
or
Maybe, but no.
Jesus Christ, the numbers of
Ah,
I read made me feel like I was reading a script to a very shitty Joker movie. I swear now whenever I read out, I feel like fracturing my skull against a concrete wall. This was, if they actually even bothered replying, mind you. Most of them, like I saw 50% of them, decided it wasn't even worth the effort to move their fingers from A to H a few times to spell out fucking
But Papa Balls, surely there must have been more to it. Surely it was your fault for not being interesting or funny enough.
Well, sure, you little cunt. Maybe I'm not a fucking comedian, but now, after 2 years and a half of using the app, and over at least 500 matches, I have yet to be disproven by a girl. And while it's hard to prove, I do consider myself a good listener and talker. I'm capable of picking up on hints and clues in conversations or photos that could lead to an interesting question or topics about the girls I'm talking to. I'm usually able to make girls I match with laugh, at least according to all the fucking I keep fucking reading. So no, while I might not be the king of flirting and texting, I'm also not some kind of mouth-breathing moron that can't hold a conversation. So yeah, this is a really common thing I kept seeing in the beginning, and I still do. A complete, and I repeat complete, lack of effort from women on Tinder. From fat to skinny ladies, they all seemed incapable of starting and holding a conversation. So there I was, and still am, carrying almost every single conversation I was having. Asking question after question, trying to find ways to make the conversation interesting or simply to find a way to reply to a yes or no answer. Just to continue what to me was an already pointless and painful conversation, but that I continued in the vain hope that if I tortured myself hard enough and long enough, I would finally unlock some kind of human mode and start talking to human beings. Spoiler, there is no human mode. This is what you get. As such, whenever I log on Tinder, I always feel and felt like I was getting ready for a marathon. One where instead of simply running miles or lifting weights, I was lifting conversation and running from concrete walls that seemingly became with each passing more and more appealing to my unfractured skull.
Well, so what? They are not forced to reply to your message. It's the man's job to do the first move.
Well, you little cunt. That might be the unspoken truth in today's society. But just because it is, it doesn't make it any less worse or shit for that matter. Women nowadays, especially on Tinder, or as I like to call it, the human market, have absolutely zero fucks to give to men. Women on Tinder think that men are there to serve them, to make them laugh, to make them interested, like we're some kind of demented court jester. This makes me and probably other men feel like we're disposable, like we're some kind of toy to be replaced and thrown in the trash at the first whiff of boredom, or as soon as he says something that doesn't make you laugh or feel validated. Because yes, women on Tinder are fickle creatures that behave like spoiled royalty. I've seen this behavior even in girls whose only valuable thing was their supposed vagina. I've even seen walking mountains of fat acting just as disinterested as a top model would be to a coffee mug filled with shit. I've seen 3 out of 10s typing in their bios, if you're not over 3 meters tall, then I won't talk to you, as if she had anything of value to bring in the table in the first place.
So what if they act disinterested, toy with men's feeling, and don't bring anything of value to the table?
Well, that makes them awful people.
Well, it must not have been all bad.
You are underestimating the will of a horny teenager, my little cunt. I was ready to fuck walls if it meant I could bust a nut. So going through the Tinder experience was painful, at times even surreal in its sheer stupidity, but I endured it nonetheless. Not completely, however, for I am stuck in what I call a Tinder cycle, where I use the app for a while, get a date, maybe get laid, then shit goes south and I get depressed and I delete Tinder. Only to come back a few months later, hoping like an abused spouse that this time it'll be better. That this time I'll actually meet a girl that isn't either a plank of wood or a goddamn psychotic lunatic. Guess what? I'm wrong every time. However, you are right. It wasn't all bad. Tinder taught me a lot. For you see, the women on that app have no need to hide their more instinctive or basic side. On Tinder, they show their true colors from the get-go, since they have no social obligation or image or manners to uphold like they do in real life. So Tinder was indeed good. Since because of it, now I know that women on that app don't give a flying fuck about men, their feelings, what they think, or what they want. The only case in which they do care about them is if those feelings, those thoughts, those wants are related to them. Women on that app have a constant, undying, insatiable hunger for attention and validation. Not only do they crave it, but they need it. Don't believe me? Try talking to them about a subject that isn't related to them in any way, or something that you two don't have in common, and watch them, see how they respond. See how they start losing interest immediately by answering more slowly and less frequently. Tinder is to women what ketamine is to Yoda. A quick fix to their addiction for attention. Women on that app, no matter the age, the looks, the personality, the skills, their talents, they receive constant, most of the time unearned compliments and attention for simply being that, women. This turns them into snobbish, fickle, and sometimes just simply bad human beings. So yeah, this video told a dark tale. One with an equally dark moral. Especially for men. Don't use Tinder, boys, for it's a place inhabited by awful women. But if you, like me, like to torture yourself, then please give it a shot. If nothing else, your back will get massive from carrying all those conversations by yourself. Good luck.
I will murder you in your sleep if you don't subscribe right now.